students, welcome back to the Department of Biology, Dr. R.B. Patil Mahesh P. College, Hubballi. Students, we are discussing competitive exam part of biology, that is NEET 2021, on a small topic, that is living world, from the unit diversity in the living world. In the previous session, in the previous video, we discussed a few questions of the level 1, whereas today in this video we are going to discuss still more questions on the topic living world, which can be considered as level 2. So let's begin with first question. ICBN was adopted in which year? As we all know, ICBN stands for International Code of Botanical Nomenclature. It is actually a book of rules of the nomenclature with which we can easily coin a scientific name to the particular plant. So it refers to even the collection of the rules regarding scientific nomenclature of the plant. ICBN was actually first proposed by Sprague Hitchcock Green in the year 1930. He proposed that we can have a certain set of rules in the form of a book, whereas a final touch-up to the rules book was given in the year 1961. That is, ICBN, that is International Code of Botanical Nomenclature, was accepted in the year 1961. So, the correct answer for the question is option B. Coming to question number 2, law of priority is applicable. So what is law of priority? After the binomial nomenclature rules proposal, that is when the rules were proposed by the Sprague Hitchcock Green, after that different scientists started coining different names to the different type of plants. And in this way, a particular plant was getting more than 2 names. So, all different scientists were there, they were with a different opinion, and they were giving the scientific name according to their knowledge. So, in this process, a particular plant was getting 2 names or more than 2 names. Now, to standardize naming, there was a need to revise the rules of the ICBN, and there was a need to give a priority. So, in order to give priority, Gaspard Bohini actually started binomial nomenclature in the book by name Pinax Theatre Botanica, but was practiced by Carl Linnaeus. Correct? So, in order to give a priority, the year in which Linnaeus published his books was given importance. So, as we know, 2 books were written by, in regard to the nomenclature, 2 books were written by the Carl Linnaeus. In 1753, Carl Linnaeus published a book by name Species Plantarum, which contains a list of scientific names of plants. Whereas in the year 1758, Carolus Linnaeus published another book by name Systema Naturae, but this contains the scientific names of the animals. So, by giving respect to the Carl Linnaeus, law of priority was considered. After 1753, as we know, many scientists started coining different type of names to the plants. So to avoid that confusion, ICBN strictly brought a notice that scientific names which are published just after 1st May 1753 will be considered. Why only 1753? Because this is a year where our father of taxonomy, that is Carl Linnaeus, published his book of scientific name of the plants by name Species Plantarum. So just after that, whatever first name will be proposed, that will be given importance, and that is called as a law of priority. So, law of priority was accepted in the year 1753. Hope you understood, students. That's the answer for the question number 2, option B. Now coming to question number 3. Which is the odd one in the following series? So option A, B, C, D contain certain names which is addressed as a series. We have to find out which one is odd. So look into the option A, students. It is sapien. So we know that the scientific name of the man is Homo sapien. We are Homo sapiens sapien. So sapien, which is there, that is a species name. So what it is, students? It is a species name. Whereas coming to option B, that is America, where we come across with this Periplanata americana or Periplanata america, that also becomes what? Species name. Then coming to the option C, Rotundus. Here you have to remember Cyperus rotundus, that is the name of the wild grass. So net grass. So Rotundus also becomes a name of what, students? Species. Then what about option D? Hemidactylus. Correct? Hemidactylus frenatus. Hemidactylus, the next word is what? Frenatus is the scientific name of the wall lizard. Now look into the options once again. Sapien, which is there, is a species name. America is a species name. Rotundus is a species name, whereas Hemidactylus becomes a genus name. So which one will become odd in the following? The option D. Correct? So let's try to see whether it is option D or not. Yes. So answer for question number 3 is which one, students? D, as it is a genus name, Hemidactylus frenatus. Now coming to question number 4. One of the following book was not contributed by the Linnaeus. When I was explaining the question number 2, law of priority, I gave you 2 books name, correct, written by the Carl Linnaeus. Here are the different books which are there, which are written by different scientists. In that, which one is not written by the Linnaeus, that we have to find out. Correct? So now coming to Systema Naturae. If you remember, Systema Naturae, that is a book, was published in the year 1758. Correct? And it contains scientific name for different type of animals. So it is written by Carl Linnaeus. So the first option which is there now, that is written by the Linnaeus. So it is written by Linnaeus, it is not a odd one out. So this is not a correct option. Now coming to option B, that is Historia Plantarum. Yes. So this is a book written by father of botany by name Theophrastus. Clear? So Theophrastus wrote a book by name Historia Plantarum, in which he has explained about inquiry into the plants, that is different type of plants he has categorized. Now coming to option C, that is Flora Laponica, is the name of a book written by once again the Carl Linnaeus. He did publish this book in the year 1737, and he has given description of the plants of a particular area called Lapland. So this book also is written by the Carl Linnaeus. So it is also not a correct option. What about Genera Plantarum? Again in the year 1737, Linnaeus wrote a book by name Genera Plantarum, so as to give scientific name and also classification system for the plant. So which book is not contributed? So the book which is not contributed by the Linnaeus is Historia Plantarum. So answer for question number 4 will be option B. Now coming to question 5. When generic name is repeated in place of specific name, it is called. So if we are going to write both genus and species name same, then what it is called as. A detailed PDF of the synopsis is sent to you. Please go through that, you will come to know. Coming to option A, synonym. Okay, say there is one person, a scientist by name X, and there is another scientist by name Y, and they are going to find out one plant only. Both are studying one plant, but they don't know. Okay, X will coin one name as ABC to that plant, Y to the same plant without the knowledge of name of the book given by the X. The Y is going to coin name as a LMN. Clear? Now amongst these two, X became a first person to coin the name, so this name will be accepted. But LMN also becomes the same scientific name for the same name for the plant, same plant. Correct? So two similar names which are there, okay, which are given to a one particular plant or animal are called as a synonym. So what's the meaning of a synonym, students? Synonym is same meaning giving plant or same plant with the two scientific names. Clear? The first scientific name which is proposed earlier will be accepted. So that is a synonym. Now coming to option B, that is autonym. Automatically created names. Okay, or else I can say with the help of the example, the scientific name of the man is, yes, no doubt, Homo sapien. Correct? But Homo sapien was living 10,000 years ago, whereas we people are Homo sapiens sapien. Okay, students, we know that if two names are there as genus and species, it is called binomial nomenclature. Now species is having subspecies, then it is called as a trinomial. So if there are such type of names given where the species and subspecies names are different, that is differently explained, then it is called as what? Autonym. Clear? Autonym are the subspecies names of the animals. For animals we call it as a subspecies, whereas for plant the subspecies only, the name only is called as a variety. Clear? So that is a autonym. So definitely it is not at all a repeated one. Now what is the meaning of tautonym? Correct? Tautonym is the answer for our question where genus and species name will be same. Let me write examples here. The scientific name of the rat, Rattus rattus, where both are same. Naja, Naja, both genus and species are same. This is a scientific name of the cobra. Like that, gorilla, gorilla, that is a scientific name of what? Gorilla. So like this, if the genus and species name are same, then it is called as what? Tautonym. So the answer for the question number 5 will be option C. Coming to question number 6. The suffix oida. The suffix oida is used for. So this is definitely based upon Linnaean hierarchy, kingdom, division, class, order, family, genus, species. These are the different 7 taxons what we use. Correct? So species name should be a adjective. Genus name should be a noun. Family name should end with ACA, like Malvaceae. Order name should end with ALS. Class name should end with Phyta, whereas division AE and kingdom also Metaphyta and Metazoa, like A or AE as Plantae and Animalia. Then where the suffix oida is present, isn't it? Okay. So oida is the last, that is a suffix used to write subfamily between the family and between the genus. Clear? It is a taxonomic rank above the genus and below the family, that is for subfamily. Clear? So for the subfamily, we are going to write Oideae. I'll give an example. Ophioideae for Ophioglossum. Ophioideae is a subfamily for the Ophioglossum plant. So let us try to understand why all other options are not right. So tribe is a type of a taxon which is written above genus. Correct? Tribe is written above genus and below family. It comes to few organisms like antelope goat. It belongs to the tribe Caprinica. Okay, and bumblebee belongs to the tribe Bombinica. So like that it comes below, that is above the genus and below the family. Whereas family name should end with the ACA. Class name should end with the Phyta. So the right answer for this question will be option D, that is a subfamily. Now coming to question number 7. Elements De Botanica was written by. So students, once again I am going to give the names of the books written by all these 4 scientists. Please make a note of that. Coming to option A, John Weiland. He wrote a book in the year 2010. The name of the book is Tiger, the True Story. So he was a wild, that is what I can say, zoologist, and he wrote a book on the tigers under a heading, that is the title of the book is Tiger, the True Story. Option B, Tonfort. Joseph B. Tonfort. He has written a book by name Elements of Botanica, which contains a description about the plants. Coming to option C, Pierre Micheli. He has written a book by name Nova Plantarum Genera. Nova Plantarum Genera. That means the right answer must be D. Barry. That is Anthony D. Barry. He has written a book to explain anatomy of the plants as comparative anatomy under heading called as a comparative anatomy. So Tonfort becomes the correct answer because he wrote a book by name Elements de Botanica. So the right answer for the question number 7 is option B. Coming to question number 8. In the book Historia Naturalis, about 1000 medicinal plants were described, which was written by. So the question is, who wrote the book by name Historia Naturalis? Once again, I'll give you the names of the book written by all the 4 scientists. Coming to option A, Pliny. He published 10 volumes of one book by name Historia Naturalis. That means the answer must be A. But in future we may get a question. Name the books written by Linnaeus or Cesalpino and Tippo. So let us try to see the names of the books written by the Linnaeus. Linnaeus has written many books. In that 2 books are very popular, and they are Species Plantarum Systema Naturae. Cesalpino, that is Andrea Cesalpino, has written a book De Plantis, and he explained many of the Fabaceae members, Gulmohar plant you might have seen. So those plants in that book. Then Tippo, Ostwald Tippo, he has written a book by name Humanistic Botany. So without any doubt, the answer for this question will be A. Now coming to question number 9. Principles of binomial nomenclature proposed by Linnaeus are contained in his book. So which book contains the principles of the binomial nomenclature? That is the question. Now coming to option A, that is Philosophia Botanica, is of course a book written by the Linnaeus, which explains systematic positioning of the plants, not about the binomial nomenclature. Option B, Historia Plantarum, twice it is repeated. This is the name of the book written by father of botany by name Theophrastus. Then Species Plantarum is a book written by the Carl Linnaeus only, 1751 he published this book. Coming to option D, Flora Laponica is once again written by the Carl Linnaeus, correct? So this Laponica was containing the book Laponica contains the description of the plants of the Lapland, whereas Species Plantarum is a book in which Linnaeus coined scientific name for 1,000 different type of plants, and because of which, though the rules of binomial nomenclature were proposed by Gaspard Bohini, Linnaeus is credited as a one who proposed binomial nomenclature. So the right answer for the question 9 is C, that is Species Plantarum. Now coming to question number 10. What is the standard size of the herbarium sheet? Correct? So this is a direct question, students. You should remember this is covered in theory class. So without any doubt it is 29 into 43 centimeter, or it can be 11 into 16.5 inches. Clear? Whereas American people, they have a 29 into 41 centimeter. So the right option for this question is A, because it's a direct answer. I don't have description for the remaining options. Now coming to question number 11. Which of the following pairs are not related? So pairs are given in option A, B, C, D. Which are not related pair, that we have to identify. Coming to option A, Mendel. Hope you know John Gregor Mendel is a father of genetics. He did the research work on the plant called pea, and its scientific name is Pisum sativum. So this option is related. Correct? We have to find out which is not related. Morgan, T.H. Morgan, that is Thomas Hunt Morgan, Drosophila. Thomas Hunt Morgan becomes the first person to explain about the linkage, about which you are going to study in second year. He designed a lab in Chicago where he used to rear the fruit fly, and commonly he is called as flyman. So this is also related. Bentham and Hooker, they explained a natural system of the classification. They don't have any role with respect to what? Binomial nomenclature. So this option is not related. Hugo de Vries is one of evolutionary biologist who explains about evolution by name saltation, single step evolution, by conducting experiments on the plant Inothera lamarckiana. So this is also related. So what is the question? Which of the following pairs are not related? Correct? So which one is not related? Option C. So the answer for question number 11 will be option C. Now we look into the question number 12, which is a match the following. So we are going to match the two columns. Column 1 contains a scientist name. Column 2 contains their contribution. John Ray. If you have read the synopsis, John Ray becomes a first person to give or to coin the term called as a species. Correct? So one which is there, no, that should go with the B. Now find out, students, where one is going with the B. There are two options, one is A and another one is D. So we will not think between C and B. To do this method, to follow this method, you should be sure at least about one option. Clear? I am sure that John Ray was the first person to explain or to coin the term called as a species. So I'll go with this. I'm not going to think between C and B. I'm going to think between only A and D, because one should go with the B. Then second one is Carolus Linnaeus. What is the contribution of the Carolus Linnaeus, students? He has explained rules of binomial nomenclature, correct, and he has written many books, correct. So according to me, 2 should go with what? D. So without any doubt we can say the answer as a D, because second one is going with the C. But let's try to match. APD Candle, okay, APD Candle coined the term called as taxonomy, and Julius Huxley coins a term called as systematics, which is also called as neo-systematics. So 1 should go with B, 2 should go with the D, 3 should go with the C, and 4 should go with A. The right answer for this is which one, students? It is option D. Now coming to 13th question. The largest herbarium of the world is situated at. So to solve this question, we have to see how much area is there for each botanical garden. That is, how much area the particular botanical garden is situated. So I am going to give you the area hectare wise. So you may have to note down. The Royal Botanical Garden Kew covers around 120 hectares. Museum Natural History Society covers around 109 hectares. Indian Botanical Garden Sipur again covers 109 hectares, whereas National Botanical Garden Lucknow covers around 25 hectares. So if you look into the option, the largest area having herbarium is situated in the Royal Botanical Garden Kew. So the right answer for the question number 13 will be A. Now coming to question number 14, that is match the following. So there are 2 columns given. Column 1 is with name of the museum, and column 2 is with the place where they are situated. They are not in a order. We may have to arrange them in a order. Coming to the first one, Natural History Museum. Yes, it is already matched. It is situated in the France. So now students, we may have to Natural History Museum is situated in the France. Second one, that is Government Museum in India. It is situated in Chennai. So A should go with A only. B should go with the C. Zoological Survey of India is first established in the Mumbai. So C should go with the B. That means D is going with the D. That is Museum of Natural History Society, Kolkata. So A should go with A, B should go with the C, C should go with the B, and D should go with the A. So the right answer for this question will be option A. Now coming to question number 15. How many botanical gardens are documented in the IABG? So we have to know the full form of the IABG first of all. IABG is International Association of Botanical Garden. It was established in the year 1954 in Paris, just to have the documentation of number of botanical gardens present in the whole world. And this IABG is affiliated with another association, students. That full form also you need to know, and that is called IUBS. That is International Union of Biological Science. Okay, so this is a direct question. When you come to second year, there you are going to study the botanical gardens once again as ex situ conservation, and there it is clearly given that totally 800 botanical gardens are they are documented in the IABG. So the right answer for the question number 15 will be 800. Now coming to question number 16. Who is known as Darwin of the 20th century? So following are the names of few scientists. Amongst four scientists, we have to identify which person is known as a Darwin of the 20th century. Coming to R.H. Whittaker. R.H. Whittaker was the first person to give the five kingdom system of the classification. He is known for the five kingdom system of classification, where the full classification, that is the living organisms are classified into five kingdoms as Monera, Protista, Mycota, Metaphyta and Metazoa. D.J. Ivanovsky, nothing but Dmitry Ivanovsky, was the first person to coin the term called as virus, and he was the first person to explain about a virus. Then Ernst Mayr. Yes, Ernst Mayr was born on 5th July 1904. He is regarded as the Darwin of the 20th century because he was one of the 100 greatest scientists of all time. Mayr joined Harvard Faculty of Arts and Science in 1953 and got retired in the 1975. And he is with the title Alexander Agassiz Professor of Zoology Emeritus. So you have to remember this, students. He spent his 80 years of career. His research spanned on birds, ornithology, taxonomy, zooxantheology, evolution, systematics, philosophy, and he almost single-handedly made the origin of species diversity the central question of evolutionary biology book that is there today. So he was the first person who independently worked. He's with award, like he's with a Triple Crown Award, that is Balazan Prize in 1983, International Prize for Biology in 1994, and Crawford Prize in 1999. So he is regarded as a Darwin of the 20th century. Why not it is O.T. Dyer? O.T. Dyer was the first person to explain about the prions and viroids. So the right answer for this question, that is who is known as Darwin of 20th century, is Ernst Mayr. Now coming to 13th question. The largest herbarium of the world is situated at. So to solve this question, we have to see how much area is there for each botanical garden. That is, how much area the particular botanical garden is situated. So I am going to give you the area hectare wise. So you may have to note down. The Royal Botanical Garden Kew covers around 120 hectares. Museum Natural History Society covers around 109 hectares. Indian Botanical Garden Sipur again covers 109 hectares, whereas National Botanical Garden Lucknow covers around 25 hectares. So if you look into the option, the largest area having herbarium is situated in the Royal Botanical Garden Kew. So the right answer for the question number 13 will be A. Now coming to question number 14, that is match the following. So there are two columns given. Column 1 is with name of the museum and column 2 is with the place where they are situated. They are not in a order. We may have to arrange them in a order. Coming to the first one, Natural History Museum. Yes, it is already matched. It is situated in the France. So now students, we may have to Natural History Museum is situated in the France. Second one, that is Government Museum in India. It is situated in Chennai. So A should go with A only. B should go with the C. Zoological Survey of India is first established in the Mumbai. So C should go with the B. That means D is going with the D. That is Museum of Natural History Society, Kolkata. So A should go with A, B should go with the C, C should go with the B, and D should go with the A. So the right answer for this question will be option A. Now coming to question number 15. How many botanical gardens are documented in the IABG? So we have to know the full form of the IABG first of all. IABG is International Association of Botanical Garden. It was established in the year 1954 in Paris just to have the documentation of number of botanical gardens present in the whole world. And this IABG is affiliated with another association, students. That full form also you need to know, and that is called IUBS, that is International Union of Biological Science. Okay, so this is a direct question. When you come to second year, there you are going to study the botanical gardens once again as ex situ conservation, and there it is clearly given that totally 800 botanical gardens are they are documented in the IABG. So the right answer for the question number 15 will be 800. Now coming to question number 16. Who is known as Darwin of the 20th century? So, following are the names of few scientists. Amongst 4 scientists, we have to identify which person is known as a Darwin of the 20th century. Coming to R.H. Whittaker. R.H. Whittaker was the first person to give the 5 kingdom system of the classification. He is known for the 5 kingdom system of classification, where the full classification, that is the living organisms, are classified into 5 kingdoms as Monera, Protista, Mycota, Metaphyta and Metazoa. D.J. Ivanovsky, nothing but Dmitry Ivanovsky, was the first person to coin the term called as virus, and he was the first person to explain about a virus. Then Ernst Mayr, yes, Ernst Mayr was born on 5th July 1904. He is regarded as the Darwin of the 20th century because he was one of the 100 greatest scientists of all time. Mayr joined Harvard Faculty of Arts and Science in 1953 and got retired in the 1975, and he is with the title Alexander Agassiz Professor of Zoology Emeritus. So you have to remember this, students. He spent his 80 years of career. His research spanned on birds, ornithology, taxonomy, zooxantheology, evolution, systematics, philosophy, and he almost single-handedly made the origin of species diversity the central question of evolutionary biology book that is there today. So he was the first person who independently worked. He is with a Triple Crown Award, that is Belazan Prize in 1983, International Prize for Biology in 1994, and Crawford Prize in 1999. So he is regarded as a Darwin of the 20th century. Why not it is O.T. Dyer? O.T. Dyer was the first person to explain about the prions and viroids. So the right answer for this question, that is who is known as Darwin of 20th century, is Ernst Mayr. Now coming to question number 17. Yeah, once again here it is match the following question, where the column 1 contains different taxons of the classification and column 2 contains the scientific names of the plants. Some are with genus and some are with species name, some are with the family and kingdom name. So we should identify them in a proper way. So family, if I take the family, students, family the name should end with ACA. So A should go with that is 5th one, Solanaceae. Whereas the kingdom, there are 2 kingdoms, Plantae and Animalia, correct, which are commonly known to us according to 2 kingdom system of classification. According to 5, 3 more will come as Protista, Mycota and Monera, correct. So here kingdom, B should go with the 4. See, A should go with the 5, B should go with the 4. Order, if you remember, order name always ends with ALS, so we have to find out that one. So order, that is a C, should end with the polynomials, that is order. Polynomials, that is with the 2. Then species, in given plant, which one is a species, correct? So for that, D, species name is Solanum tuberosum, correct? So species name should go with the D with the 3. Then genus name is remaining only one, Solanum tuberosum. Solanum is a genus and species is a tuberosum. The right answer is A. Now coming to question number 17, match the following. Column 1 is with different taxonomic categories, whereas column 2 is with different that is names of the family, genus and species, correct? So we have to match them in a proper way. Clear? Now coming to column 1, that is a family, that is A, family. As we know, family name should end with the ACA. So you have to find out where ACA is there. It is the Solanaceae. That means A should go with the 5. Correct? So we have to search for the option where A is going with the 5. Okay? Then kingdom. Kingdom, there are 5. Monera, Protista, Mycota, Plantae, Animalia. So here in the given list we have kingdom, Plantae. B should go with the 4. Now coming to order. Order name, if you remember students, order name should end with the ALS, correct? So order here is polynomials, that is C should go with the 2. Then coming to D, species. Species in the given plant, it is Solanum tuberosum, correct? Solanum tuberosum, that means tuberosum is a species, Solanum is a genus. That means A should go with the 5, B should go with the 4, C should go with the 2, D should go with the 1 and E must go with the 3. So find out the answer, where the answer is. Yes, the answer is first one. So let's see, the answer for the question number 17 is option A. Now coming to question number, here is the 18th question, that is match the following and choose the correct combination from the options given. So students, in this column 1 contains names of the plants and animals, whereas column 2 is with its different hierarchies like a kingdom, division, class, order, family, genus, species. So we have to match this in a proper way. So this question is directly taken from the systematic position of the wheat, mango, housefly and man. All the 4 we have discussed in detail. So let's try to match them. Coming to the first option, that is wheat. So what is given here? According to wheat scientific name is Triticum aestivum. It belongs to Monocotyledone. It belongs to order Poaceae, family Poaceae. Correct? So the correct option for wheat according to the matches given will become 4th, because wheat belongs to order Poaceae. Now coming to mango. So what all details we know regarding mango? Mango scientific name is Mangifera indica. It is angiospermae, belong to Dicotyledone, correct? And then it belongs to order Sapindalis. Then family Anacardiaceae, correct? Genus is Mangifera and species is Indica. So what is given in the all categories? Mango is given as a Sapindalis. So mango should go with 3. Housefly, we know housefly scientific name is Musca domestica, correct? It belongs to kingdom Animaliae, correct? And then it belongs to the order Diphthera. And class Insecta, family Mucidae. So what is given? Diphthera is there. So housefly should go with the 2, that is the Diphthera. Now coming to man, yes, we know Homo sapien, we belongs to vertebrates, chordate and mammalians. We belong to family Hominidae, order Primata, class Mammalia. So which one is there? Primata. So D should go with 1, correct. So A should go with the 4, B should go with the 3, C should go with the 2 and D should go with 1. Which one is the right option? Yes, the right option is B. So let's try to see which one is the correct answer in the option, that is option B. Now coming to question number 19. Biological name of the wheat is. See students, it is a direct question. We have studied the biological name of what? Wheat, correct? So we will try to find out the correct one. We'll go with the wrong. So Oryza sativa is not a scientific name of the wheat, because we know scientific name is Triticum aestivum. Okay, what is Oryza sativa? Oryza sativa is the scientific name of a rice. So you have to remember, this is the scientific name for what? Rice. Clear? Whereas coming to Triticum sativum, like that we don't have. We have Pisum sativum. Triticum sativum is not there. Then Triticum triticale. This you have to remember students. Triticum triticale is a wheat only produced by crossing the wheat, that is the Triticum aestivum, with the rice seed, mustard seeds. Okay, so if we cross the wheat with the rice seed, then we'll get a Triticum triticale, which is called as a second generation of the wheat, which will be very soft. Okay, whereas biological name of the that is scientific name of the wheat is Triticum aestivum. So the right answer for the question number 19 will be A. Now coming to question number 20. What is there? Study the following statements and select the correct ones. So we have to study the 3 statements which are given, and which is correct, that we have to select. Okay, whichever is correct, we are going to put a tick mark. Okay, now herbarium is a storehouse of collected plant specimens that are dried, pressed and preserved. Yes, that's the definition for the herbarium. Herbarium is nothing but a plant specimen which is dried by keeping the plant between the 2 folds of the newspaper. Then it is pressed and then preserved and will be that is spread on the sheet of 29 into 42 centimeter and that will contain a label, correct? So this is a correct statement. Okay, now coming to option 2. Flora provides the index to the plant species found in the particular area. So if you remember, when I was explaining flora, I said that there are different floras are there, like Madras flora, Karnataka flora, like that. Flora includes the list of the plant species which are present in the particular geographical area. So this is also a right option. Then what is monograph? Monograph contain information on only one taxon. If you remember, I said you to remember in this way. Mono means a single. So if any one taxon, okay, of the Linnaean hierarchy is explained or information is there, then it is called monograph. Say for example, if I say Helianthus annus, try to listen carefully students. Helianthus annus. Helia means the sun, anthus means anther. So anthers are facing the sun. Annus, a plant which grows annually. So Helianthus is one taxon, that is a genus. Annus is a one taxon, that is a species. So we have a information. Helianthus means the plant which has anthers showing which are blooming by making the face towards water, sun. So this is also a correct statement. So all 3 are correct. Then what should be the right answer? You will be knowing the right option for the question number 20 is a D. Now coming to question number 21. Which of the following combination is correct for the wheat? So wheat different hierarchies are given. Which one is correct, that we have to find out. Clear? So wheat we know, the scientific name is what? Just now we solved a question, Triticum aestivum. Correct. So genus is a Triticum. Yes, correct. Family Anacardiaceae. Which plant belongs to Anacardiaceae? Mango. Correct. So family is wrong. Don't see the next one because this option itself is wrong. Correct. Now coming to next. Genus, yes, Triticum. Correct. Family Poaceae. Yes, correct. Order Poales. That is also correct. Class Dicotyledone. Is it dicotyledone? No, it is a monocotyledon plant. So this is also wrong. Now coming to option C. Genus, yes, Triticum. Family, yes, Poaceae. Order Sapindales. Which plant belongs to Sapindales? Mango. And class monocotyledon is correct. Sapindales is wrong. Let's see the fourth one. Genus, Triticum. Correct. Family Poaceae. Correct. Order Poales, that is also correct, and class Monocotyledone, that is also correct. So the answer for the question number 21 will be D. Now coming to question number 22. The title Alexander Agassiz, Professor of Zoology Emeritus, goes to who is called as Alexander Agassiz. Correct. So is it PM Maheshwari? PM Maheshwari has given contribution to the field of the plant embryology. Okay, that is reproductive biology. So PM Maheshwari is not. Then is it R Mishra? R Mishra is a founder of IIT, Indian Information Technology. Okay, so in the year 1951, he developed this IIT field. So Mishra is not a right answer. Is it Ernest Mayr? Yes, it is Ernest Mayr. We'll go to the next one. GN Ramachandran. GM Ramachandran was a biophysics person, and he is called the Indian wizard of the biophysics. So please do remember, students, he is called as the Indian wizard of the biophysics. Who? GN Ramachandran. Clear? He has given detailed three-dimensional structure of the protein. So now coming to answer, yes, I said it as Ernest Mayr. Why it is Ernest Mayr? That we should know. Correct. Ernest Mayr was a German biologist. He single-handedly made the origin of species plants, that is he published it, and he is said to be a pioneer for the species definition. He was the first person to explain or give the meaning for the species, and he is with the 3 prizes. Triple Crown of Biology he is regarded as, because he has 3 important prizes, and they are Balzan Prize 1983, International Prize in Biology 1994, and Crafoord Prize in 1999. So if you want to have more information about why Ernest Mayr is called as Alexander Agassiz, Professor of Zoology Emeritus, or why he is called as the Darwin of the 20th century, then you have to read the paragraph which is there in the first page of the Living Word, that is besides the page of the Living Word before the chapter. So there the details are given, and Ernest Mayr had 80 years of his career. He spent his career in the field of the biology, and he is with important 3 prizes. So he is called as he is with the title Alexander Agassiz, Professor of the Zoology. So the right answer is Ernest Mayr. Now coming to question number 23. The largest herbarium collection in the world is. So this type of question we did solve in this session, students, but the options were different. Now the options are different. So let us try to understand. The herbarium of Royal Botanical Garden. So if you remember, it is spread to around 121 hectares. Whereas the option B, the herbarium of Ortho Botanical of Poda. So you have to remember this one, Ortho Botanical herbarium. Poda is said to be the oldest type of herbarium, which is spread to around 22,000 meters square. Okay, that much. World's first botanical garden, which was established in the year 1545. So when I said 22,000 meters square, it is nothing but 2.2 hectares. Okay, whereas herbarium of Royal Botanical Garden is spread to 121 hectares, gives it is having around 9 million different species of the plants and animals. Now coming to third option, the herbarium of Indian Botanical Garden at Calcutta is spread to only 1.5 hectares. Option D, the herbarium of Botanical Garden at US, it was established in the year 1816 and it is spread to 1.2 hectares. So according to area, which one becomes the largest? The largest is once again the herbarium of Royal Botanical Garden, Kew, which is situated in the England. Now coming to question number 24. In binomial nomenclature, we know that binomial nomenclature is a method of scientific naming of the organism, coining a scientific name to the living organism by using two names. The first name is called genus and the second name is called species. So have this in your mind, correct? Then we'll try to search. Option A, the first name is species and the second is genus. Wrong. The first name should be what? Genus. The first name is genus and the second is species. Yes, this must be right. Let's see the third one. The first is the family and the second is the genus. No, this is wrong. The first is the genus and the second is a family. This is also wrong. So which one is the right answer? The right answer for question number 24 is B. Now coming to the next question, 25th, the last question of this session. Taxa differs from taxon due to this being. Okay, so what is the difference between the taxa and the taxon? Correct? Taxon is a that is a plural and taxa is a singular. So without any doubt, it is taxa, taxon. Okay, taxon is what? Plural and taxa is singular. So the right answer is which one? Option C. Hope you have understood all the questions, students. These are a few important questions which have appeared in one or the other competitive exam. So hope you have understood. Hope I have made the session comfortable. I'll be back with the next topic in the next session. Thank you, students. Stay at home. Stay safe.